Hey, welcome everyone to my web audit workshop focused on agency client reporting. In this workshop, I'll be covering with you our process of how we use monthly client reports to improve retention, focus on articulating the value of our services, and most importantly, being able to deliver more value to our customers so that we can close more deals, or in this case, more revenue from services that we offer. All right, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Clifford Almeida. I am the founder of MyWeb Audit. I am also an agency owner here in Phoenix, Arizona, heavily focused on web design, search engine marketing, and then some paid ad services. My mantra is sales don't just happen, you create them. That's why we created MyWeb Audit, the easiest way for you to be able to deliver value, establish your expertise, build some trust, and close a deal. Everything that I am showcasing in this workshop is applicable to you no matter whether you work with small mom and pop businesses or large companies. It's stuff that I've learned along the way, from starting to sell websites at $400 over 20-something years ago to now being able to say that we've closed multiple six-figure projects in our agency. Again, our workshop here is heavily focused, on, this is the whole title, heavily focused here on reporting. And for us, there are many benefits to monthly client reporting, but for us, the biggest ones are demonstrating value, right, in our services. For us, that may be various different things. Some clients just use us for website hosting, maintenance, and support. So for us, when we're demonstrating value there, that is showcasing that we've addressed security vulnerabilities, address their backup so that they don't have to worry about disaster recovery stuff. We work with a lot of 7- and 8-figure companies, so they have disaster recovery protocols. And so we are able to showcase that, their website is backed up, it's secure, it's remotely stored. Any security vulnerabilities that were addressed or that are identified are addressed promptly. And so that is one aspect. I'm going to take a minute to just kind of jump in. This is not a report done by MyWeb Audit. It is done by a company owned by GoDaddy called ManageWP. We've been using them for about half a decade. Had no problems. And so really this is a cover. We have a basic email that tells them what's going on, and then a quick overview of the updates, backup, security, and SEO. Check out managewp.com. There's a whole bunch of other tools out there that you can use, but this one's just really easy. It tells us, it quickly shows the customer what's needed. Now, to be honest, most of our customers never check out an email like this or a report like this, all right, just so you know, but we do include it. One of the report templates that we use, we have a couple of different ones, but one of the templates we use is something like this, just hello, salutation. We usually send this out at the first of the month, the first Monday of the month, so it's usually templated into wonderful weekend. And then if we have a point that is connected to a conversation we've had before, we'll include that. And if not, we just kind of jump into the reports. And in this case, we usually have an analytics report, a GBP. If they're doing SEO with us, a keywords research report, and then the care plan report, which I just shared. And then we point them to our customer service portal. I don't generally want them responding to me unless they have a specific question about the reporting. I want to set up a strategic call for us to be able to cover something from the report. And depending on who the client is, sometimes I'll schedule a call to cover very important insights or gains that we've had, or I'll do a quick Loom overview if they're doing marketing with us. All right. So demonstrating value and ROI from a management perspective for peace of mind and operability is where that care plan report comes into place. I'll then be showing you other reports here quickly that showcase, in essence, how many calls they get. These are generally leads, how many website visitors they're getting from their GBP. So this is a sample GBP report, and then I'll talk to you about our Google Analytics report, all right? And then the other big reason we do this is because of customer retention. By proactively approaching this and communicating the value and showcasing, in essence, the value of their website, their GBP, their online presence overall, it helps us stay top of mind and help them understand like there is value in our services and it is delivering some sort of ROI in their business, right? Whether or not they're doing marketing with us and just have a website, or whether they have a website and are using marketing to drive more visitors, leads, and sales. Okay. And the other byproduct of this is that it allows us to stay top of mind and have conversations versus them reaching out, when they need something, right? The proactive approach allows us to stay top of mind. Examples of that would be us sending a report and they say something like, hey, I've been meaning to get this site redesigned, or hey, we have some new pages, or could you help us redesign the blog? Whatever it ends up being, it allows us to stay top of mind, and then allows them to say things like, hey, we need XYZ done. We then serve them by doing it, and then ultimately generate more revenue. And it just reinforces the value of we're not just people who do or order takers, but we're proactively looking at ways to drive value or show them opportunities. And so a combination of our audits and these reports are a great way to stay top of mind, proactively approach them with insights to drive more results, whether that's leads, traffic, saving them time if you're building some automations on the website, things like that. All right. So I'm going to now show you a sample report of this dynamic GBP report. Again, this has placeholder information just to protect our client's privacy. I don't want to share all of that information here, but the reality is when they click on that link, it gives them an idea of how many calls they have received from their GBP, how many website visitors, direction requests. And one of the things that we've done on the back end, and I'll show you that in just a minute when I show you how to set up these reports for yourself in a matter of minutes, is that we can then put a call value, and this could be determined based off of maybe how many clicks it takes to get to a website, and then maybe 1 out of 10 clicks is a call. So then you can say if for example, a cost per click is $10 a click, you get 10 clicks, that's $100, and you get 1 call out of that, that could be $100 for that. Or if you know that the lead is worth X number, then you could also put a conservative number for a call value on a lead, knowing that not every call would be a lead, but at least being able to quantify some sort of value to the call value there. And then what we also do with our GBP reports is obviously the Google Business Profile drives traffic to the website. And so we want to be able to say, hey, look, if you didn't have optimized GBP or no GBP, then really for the paid traffic, this is what it would be worth. And so we're able to put a value on the back end on average, and it then generates this. One of the biggest things that was like a light bulb in our head many years ago was to say, hey, whether or not you do marketing services, right? It's a really good idea for you to be able to showcase some sort of reporting to your customers so they understand the value of their website, right? So how many calls or clicks, what's the value of that, the visitors with their GPP, same sort of thing. The idea being you want to tell them, look, if we improve the website, ultimately it improves your GBP. If you improve your GBP, it gets more people to the website, and ultimately they work hand in hand. So if you can do this well, you want to be able to optimize on both to get the best results, right? And then that becomes a service that you get to offer. The other good thing about doing a report is that there is some sort of baseline, right? So maybe you've tried to approach your customer with a GBP optimization strategy, and they say something like, well, we don't really know how valuable our GBP is. Well, take the baseline report, connect it, and then show that to them. And maybe after 3 months or 4 months, if there's a decline for whatever reason, it becomes a talking point where you can show them and say, hey, look, like we started out and you were getting six calls and now you're getting 2. Ultimately, your competition is getting a market share of the prospects that are searching for your services or products, right? And that becomes a talking point to at least show them that, hey, look, this is where you were, this is where you are now, and hire us or sign up for X service to get better results. Or let's just say you have a baseline and you get them to sign up. It's a great way to obviously showcase the ROI and potentially an easy way to quantify the value of your services. All right. So an example of a Google Analytics report, and these are point and click. I'll show you in just a minute how easy that is to set up. Is something like this. Again, what we've done is in our agency, we found that obviously Google Analytics reports are great, but they can be overwhelming if you jump into analytics. So we've identified the KPIs, put them up here. If you have goals, I highly recommend every one of you set up custom events and set them up as goals so that you can measure click to call on a mobile device. You can measure a form submission. You can measure a chat initiation, right? And then figure out how to put a value around that. And this here is a mock report. Well, this is a real report for an existing client of ours who does paid marketing with us and a website. And so here you can see that our agency delivers about $90,000 of lead flow to them every single month. So it's easy ROI. right? Multiple X ROI on that, okay? So now that you know that, I will, by the way, all you need to do to get access to these agency reports for now in early access is just drop your email in the chat. Obviously, you can just, send it directly to me or to everyone. It really doesn't matter. Our team will lift it and then include you into early access to our reports. For now, we're starting out with Google Analytics and GBP. In the next month, we will be rolling out Google AdWords reports. This morning, I pulled up an example AdWords report for a customer of ours because I'm recording this for YouTube. I will not be showing that, but for those of you that are maybe interested in what that looks like, drop me a note through our live chat and maybe I can do a specific Loom and take out some of that other stuff. All right. But the idea is similarly to Google Analytics and GBP, you will also have a customized report for AdWords, Facebook ads, and we are working on keywords as well as a local search grid for local map tracking if you end up doing local SEO for your clients. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll show you how easy it is to, I'm going to pick a client of ours. I'm going to go ahead and say I want to connect both Google Analytics and Google Business Profile. In here, I come in, pick the report, look for my client, connect the report, and that's done. Same thing with the GBP. I come in here, look for them, and this is done. Click finish. And literally within 30 seconds, I now have access to reports created for this client on GBP and web and the Google Analytics report. All I have to do is come in here and copy this URL to email it to them. Now, what we have on the back end here is the ability to upload their logo. Under the report settings, you can change some of the labels for the report to give it a little bit more of a personalized feel. We'll be adding an option to create a Loom video and include it. Anytime a Loom video is there, then you'll be able to play it. And then as far as the values go, the ones that I was telling you on the back end, you can then come in here and add these, and then it obviously multiplies whatever value here you enter here times the call value on the number of calls. Same thing with the website visits. We have built in a model here, so you can add a live chat widget or any sort of custom tracking that you want. You can go here, and then we are building a section where you'll be able to, if the client happens to be on WordPress or another system, you'll be able to embed these reports on there. If you're on an agency plan right now, you will be able to use the report URLs with the agency URL, white label domain URL you use already. If you happen to be on a pro plan, then you'll have the shared white label domain for now. We have been working on a scheduled report model as well. So ultimately, like we do currently on a monthly basis, you can come in, you can set up the schedule, and then once that's done, you can identify who it needs to go to, and then we will have a preloaded template. But if you have templates, for example, in our agency, we have nonprofits and we have for-profits. And so some clients get the for-profit template and then others get the nonprofit. Right now, my executive assistant does this process manually. We've built this system in here to automate it for ourselves. And then obviously you have access to it as well. So again, if you want access to this for free, please go ahead and just drop your email in here. We will have a sign-up form starting probably tomorrow, where you can sign up for that as well when the recording for this goes out. But if you want access to it in essence, in the next 24 hours, just drop your email in here and we will be sure to get you access. And the URL that will be live tomorrow will be mywebaudit.com/access. But for now, you can just drop your email in here if you'd like. If you've enjoyed this video, obviously you can ask questions and get connected with other freelancers and agency owners in our Facebook group. And you can get video training similar to this on YouTube at My Web Audit. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us.